Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. It's the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in Game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die Game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a three-game series is do or die. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Aaron Civale.
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throws to second, and he's into second with nobody out.
Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
Now the number 2 hitter. And he drops it down the third baseline. Boots it. Well, Siggy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Mitchell really on his horse for it. Long run, tracks it down. Runner tags from third, and they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The pitch. This one in the air right field. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the catch for the out. 2 away now. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they... He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And a big swing and a miss. Next pitch, not close, up high.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road, stakes are high, energy in the ballpark, and you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Back here with my pal Siggy, and towing the slab, Sean Manaea.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Just missed. Down the line, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense.
Oh, and that deflects off his glove. And they get the out after the ricochet.
Batting third.
Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. When you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
And it's second. Lifted in the air, right field. Marte moves under it, and there's two away.
Batting fourth. The shortstop,
Willie Adames stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Now fly ball to right center. Marte sizes this one up, brings it in, and that's the third out. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We move to the second in Milwaukee. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Second inning set to go. Here's Jesse Winker. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Throw over to Bowers. One out in second. Starling Marte up to hit.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp.
Batting eighth. The center fielder, Tyrone.
One down. Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit. Here goes the runner. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Go to second. And that'll end the inning.
Yeah, strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. Trying to force some action on offense, but he was all over it behind the plate.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Now at the plate, Jackson Chourio. Kicks and fires. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. One away. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
One down, base is empty. Bounce to the right. Toss to Alonso. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
The designated hitter, Rhys Hoskins.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here this half. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. On to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's Francisco Lindor. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. That one lifted to left. Lindor retired. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman. The MO for him is contact. The guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team.
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. Fires to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Back here at American Family Field. And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
And that one hit to first. Alonso. He handles it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Yeah, he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition. Trying to slow his back down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Ortiz into second, and he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So the batting order turns over. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Throws to first in time.
Now catcher, William.
And now it's William Contreras.
Well, I got a chance to meet William during spring training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues, and this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes and say, this kid's going to be great, without actually saying the words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well, said yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually.
A laser to left base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He scores to tie it up. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go, the RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Next for Milwaukee, Jake Bowers. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And now the lefty struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head to the 4th inning now in game 2. All tied 1-1. Wild Card Series game 2. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. There's a swing and a drive. Mitchell moving back. And it is gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Mark Vientos will hit next. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out here in game 2 of the wild card series. This one smoked on its way out of here. A gigantic blast. And they add a run. It's 3-1.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Pete Alonso. Righty delivers.
Ball.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Here comes a pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 runs across in the inning here in game 2. On the ground to third. Throw over to Bowers, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. Swinging a foul straight back. 1 out, bases empty. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away. Here's Starling Marte. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. Got him swinging. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here in Milwaukee. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
In the air, right field. Marte moves under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now back, left fielder, Jackson.
Now the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Out there to center, sizing this one up. And there's 2 down.
The center fielder, number 5.
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. The wind of the pitch. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Out number 3. Nothing across here this half. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Mets 3 and the Brewers 1. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Swing and a miss. Gonna count 1 and 2. Taylor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Savali throws over, and he's back in on a dive. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to Terang. 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That one drilled left field. Chorio makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Pitch. In the air, out towards right center. Marte makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
Now the right fielder.
Sal Frelick digs in now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Bounced out to short. Lindor on to first. That ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the second baseman, number 11.
Leading off the net, the second baseman, Jose.
And the righty deals. That to right. Frelick makes the grab, 1 away.
The left fielder, Brandon.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. Gets under it and pops it up. Contreras in position. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Mark Vientos now at the plate. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This to third. Throw over to Bowers, and that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 3 and the Brewers 1. Well, we go bottom 6, and stepping in is the speedy Bryce Terang. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Alonso takes it himself, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras. On the ground, right side. Alonso steps on the bag, and a couple of quick outs.
First baseman, Jake Bauer.
Now here's Jake Bowers. The pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nobody left for Milwaukee, and they still trail it here 3-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Joel Payamps. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Hit in the air, center field. Mitchell drifts towards it. Calls it in, and there's one away.
The bat, number 3, designated hitter,
Jesse Winker getting ready to hit. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Mitchell flashes the leather on the run and catch.
the right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Starling Marte. The pitch. In the air, center field. Settles under this one. Hauls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Willie Adames. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Alvarez settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Marte pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, the center fielder, Garrett.
Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. The Mets holding on to a 2-run lead here in the late stages of Game 2. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 3 and the Brewers 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Trevor McGill.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The 1-1. Smoked on the ground a second. Jumps, throws, and he gets him. Nicely done. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Lifted in the air, right center field. Frelick after it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 2 outs, base is empty. Swung on, belted. That one back there. Off the batter's eye and gone. And they add to the lead. It's 4-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the number 2 hitter. Late on that fastball.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. The Mets add 1 to their lead on this solo shot. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Adam Ottavino. So now the DH spot, Rhys Hoskins. The Brewers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Kicks and deals. Right side. One up, one down.
Now the right field.
Sal Fraley up now for the Brewers.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
The punch out there, and there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Joseph Ortiz, the next to hit. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Taylor makes the catch, and that'll do it. Back here at American Family Field. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. That one down the line, and foul ball. The wind of the pitch. That one the other way, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Now a check on him at second, back safely. Right-handed reliever. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. He scores, and they lead by 4.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Man at first, Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. 2-1 now. Fought off foul. Two now. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one hammered center field. Mitchell moving back. And it's off the batter's eye. A 2-run homer, and they add to their lead. It's 7-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. You feel like everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher's screaming, "No!" and the hitter's saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
Now on the bump, Bobby Milner.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now a chance for Jesse Winker. Out to short, Adames. And Winker is set down. So up next for New York, Starling Marte. And that one is lifted in the air. Mitchell gets under it. Brings it in. And there are two down.
Now, the center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball to the right side. To first, and the inning is over. The Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now 7-1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Reed Garrett.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And here it comes. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Out to short. Oh, nice play. Over to first. But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
This is great work by the shortstop. He makes the throw across the diamond after the dive and just wasn't able to get it there in time. But I love how much he put into that play. And on the other side, he was really giving it his all down the line as well. Nice play on both ends.
William Contreras will hit next. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Over to Alonso. Double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
So last chance for the Brewers. Now it's going to be Jake Bauers. Ground ball, and this should do it. Ball game. The New York Mets are headed to the National League Division Series. So the New York Mets sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins on the road. And they can now shift their focus to the division round.
Well, hats off to him, Boog. I mean, it's very difficult to come into a hostile stadium with all the energy and excitement of the postseason, but clearly that was no issue for these guys. They played well, and I think that bodes well for their chances at making a deep run here in October.
And a lot of disappointment for these fans and, of course, the players as well as they turn their attention to the offseason. Not the postseason experience they were hoping for or capable of, but they'll look to build on their success for next year.
For the Brewers, 1 run, 4 hits.